Have you ever wondered what truly goes on inside a woman's mind? How her thoughts, emotions, and behavior work in ways that often leave us fascinated or even puzzled? You're about to uncover some remarkable psychological facts about women that might just change the way you think about the female experience altogether. From how emotions are processed to the unique ways women communicate, this journey into the fascinating world of female psychology will not only broaden your understanding, but might even surprise you in ways you never expected. Ready to dive in? Let's unlock the mysteries behind the complex, intriguing, and often misunderstood nature of female psychology. Have you ever been in a situation where you couldn't quite understand why a woman reacted a certain way? Or perhaps you found yourself in awe of the way women seem to juggle multiple tasks while staying emotionally in tune with everyone around them? Female psychology is filled with layers, and today we're peeling them back to explore the hidden truths behind the female mind. What makes women think, feel, and act the way they do? Stay with me, and by the end of this, you'll have a newfound appreciation for the intricacies of the female psyche. The power of empathy. One of the most defining characteristics of female psychology is the strong tendency towards empathy. Research shows that women are often more attuned to the emotions of others, which explains why they seem to have a natural instinct for nurturing. This isn't just a stereotype. Science backs it up. Studies indicate that women typically score higher in emotional intelligence tests, particularly in recognizing and responding to emotions in others. But why is that? This empathetic nature likely stems from both biological and social influences. Women are often raised with an emphasis on relationships and caregiving, which cultivates a deeper sense of emotional awareness. But it's also biological. The hormone oxytocin, sometimes called the love hormone, plays a key role in promoting bonding and emotional connections. It's particularly heightened in women, especially during key moments like childbirth or close social bonding experiences. Think about the last time a woman in your life picked up on a subtle mood change you hadn't even noticed in yourself. Women are often equipped with an almost intuitive radar for emotional shifts in those around them, making them incredible sources of emotional support. Multitasking Masters. The female brain. You've probably heard the saying that women are great multitaskers. It's not just a myth. The female brain is wired in a way that promotes multitasking efficiency. While men's brains are more specialized, meaning they are great at focusing on one task at a time, women's brains tend to have better connectivity between the left and right hemispheres. This allows them to juggle multiple tasks and process a variety of information simultaneously. Consider this. A woman can be having a deep conversation with someone while planning dinner in her head, keeping an eye on her surroundings, and managing her emotions all at the same time. This doesn't mean men are less capable, but it highlights the unique way female brains are designed to process information across various fields of thought at once. Why is this the case? Some psychologists believe it has evolutionary roots. Historically, women needed to manage a wide range of tasks simultaneously for survival, like gathering food, caring for children, and maintaining social bonds. Over time, this led to the development of enhanced multitasking abilities that continue to benefit women in modern settings. Communication styles. What you need to know. When it comes to communication, men and women often approach it differently, and these differences are rooted in psychology. Women tend to prioritize emotional connection and relational harmony in conversations. This means that women are generally more likely to ask questions, listen actively, and use conversation as a way to build and strengthen relationships. One of the most surprising psychological facts is that women are more likely to seek validation and understanding through communication. This doesn't mean that women are more emotional than men, but rather that they use conversation as a tool to process emotions and connect with others. For example, when a woman shares a problem, she's not always looking for a solution. Instead, she's seeking emotional support and understanding. This can sometimes lead to misunderstandings between men and women, especially if the man jumps straight into problem-solving mode, when a woman might simply want to feel heard and understood. On the flip side, women are also masters at reading nonverbal cues. Female psychology is wired to pick up on subtle signals like body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. This ability helps them gauge the emotional state of others, often without a word being spoken. Ever notice how a woman can sense tension in a room before anyone says anything? That's her emotional intelligence at work. The myth of emotional overload. Women and emotional expression. Let's address a common misconception, the idea that women are overly emotional. While it's true that women tend to express their emotions more openly than men, this doesn't mean they are more emotional. Studies reveal that men and women experience emotions similarly. The difference lies in how those emotions are expressed. Female psychology encourages women to be more open with their feelings due to both societal expectations and biological factors. In many cultures, women are often socialized to express their emotions, while men are taught to suppress them. As a result, women may appear to be more emotionally expressive, but that doesn't mean they feel things more intensely than men do. Instead, women are more comfortable navigating the full spectrum of their emotions, which is why they're often better at handling complex emotional situations. Another interesting fact is that women tend to have a wider emotional vocabulary. This means that they can often articulate their emotions more precisely, which helps them process feelings in a healthier way. So while a woman may seem like she's venting or being overly emotional, she's likely just working through her feelings in a constructive manner. The science of female friendships. Have you ever noticed how deeply women value their friendships? Female psychology places a significant emphasis on social bonds, particularly close, intimate friendships. Unlike men, whose friendships often center around shared activities or interests, women tend to build friendships based on emotional support, trust, and communication. This psychological difference explains why women's friendships are often more emotionally intense and personal. A woman's best friend isn't just someone to hang out with. She's often the person she turns to for emotional support, advice, and deep conversations. Female friendships play a crucial role in a woman's mental and emotional well-being, which is why women often prioritize maintaining these close bonds throughout their lives. This connection between women and their friendships has its roots in evolutionary psychology. Back when early humans lived in tribes, women formed close-knit groups to support one another in child-rearing and resource sharing. These deep social bonds helped ensure the survival of their offspring and created a network of trust and cooperation that benefited the entire group. Today, that instinct for connection remains strong, which is why women place such a high value on their close friendships. Emotional resilience. The strength you don't see. One of the most underestimated aspects of female psychology is emotional resilience. While women are often portrayed as the more emotionally expressive gender, they are also incredibly resilient when it comes to handling life's challenges. Women are wired to endure and recover from stress, emotional setbacks, and even trauma in ways that might surprise you. Research suggests that women have a higher tolerance for stress, both psychologically and biologically. For example, women produce more oxytocin when under stress, which helps them bond with others and find social support. This tend and befriend response is a stark contrast to the fight-or-flight response more commonly associated with men. The ability to seek and find comfort in others allows women to process stress more effectively, making them emotionally resilient in the long run. Moreover, women are more likely to turn to social support networks in times of crisis, which provides them with the emotional resources they need to bounce back from difficult situations. While men might isolate themselves when dealing with stress, women often seek out the comfort and advice of friends, family, or partners, helping them to navigate hardships with greater emotional fortitude. The female intuition, a myth or a reality. You've likely heard about female intuition at some point. It's that almost mystical ability women seem to have, where they just know something without concrete evidence. But is this intuition just a myth, or is there something deeper at play? Psychologists suggest that female intuition is not a supernatural phenomenon, but rather a highly developed sense of emotional and social awareness. Because women are more attuned to nonverbal cues and emotional states, they can often predict outcomes based on subtle information that others might overlook. Female psychology is a complex, fascinating field filled with layers that can help us better understand the way women think, feel, and behave. From their heightened emotional intelligence and multitasking abilities to their resilience and social awareness, women possess psychological strengths that are often underestimated or misunderstood.